Thank you all for joining us for today's webinar. We're going to be exploring secure cloud storage with Infrascale in Australia and New Zealand. My name is Carla and I'm the Online Marketing Manager here at Infrascale. I'll be leading the webinar and also sending you a copy of not only the slide presentation but a replay of this video for you after today's webinar. So you will have this on file. If you have any questions as we go along, please feel free to use your question tool and type that right in. And I'll be sure to receive those live as you type them in and either answer them right away or come back to them during our Q&A at the end. I'll be sure to keep this webinar to the 30 minutes that I promised. Won't want to take up too much of your time, but I do appreciate you all being here, and please do feel free to use that question tool for anything that comes up. Now let's take a quick look at the agenda that we have for today's webinar. So I want to give you an overview of Infrascale, our company, our platform, what we do, our products and partner programs available for you, as well as our newest solution, which is NGuard. We'll talk about security and encryption, as well as features of our product and controlling your accounts within the centralized management dashboard that we provide. And then we'll talk about partnership opportunities for you as well. If there's anything else that you don't see on the agenda here that you'd like covered, please feel free to use the question tool to type that in to me so that I can see that and be sure to cover what you're here for. So let's go ahead and get started in the meantime with an Infrascale overview, our company and our platform. So Infrascale started in Australia in 2005, and we're now headquartered in Los Angeles. We're providing secure cloud solutions to over 1,000 MSP partners across the globe. In turn, they're protecting millions of devices worldwide. And our cloud storage platform is set up so that it's simple, secure, and scalable. Our award-winning backup solution is a 4-time winner of PCMag Editor's Choice, and our file sharing solution has been recognized as the trendsetter in the industry by Infotech Research Group. So I know many of you are joining us today from Australia and New Zealand. Our CEO, Ken Shaw, is native Australian, and he frequently leads presentations as well. Hopefully you've been able to hear one of those or find them on our website as well. Now let's talk about the Infrascale platform. There are 3 key pieces of the Infrascale platform. Now, all of our solutions offer end-to-end encryption and true privacy built in for security. Now, we provide File Locker, which is secure file sharing and collaboration. Also, SOS Business, which is cloud backup for servers and applications. And then NGuard, our newest solution, which I'll talk about, for secure endpoint protection and device management. So Infrascale offers one platform that you can adopt for all of your customers' file sharing, backup, archiving, and endpoint needs. Any questions on Infrascale so far? Anything that we've covered? Please let me know. So let's talk about Infrascale Cloud Backup. So server backup and recovery is offered with SOS Business. It offers you Windows-based servers, SQL, and Exchange servers, as well as Exchange granular recovery and bare metal backups. So let's get into this in a little bit more detail. You have complete server backup for Windows servers 2003, 2008. We also have SQL 2008, 2008 R2, and 2012. And we also have Exchange server backup for 2000, 2003, 2007, and 2010. Now we offer transactionally consistent bare metal backup and recovery through Shadow Protect. And you can monitor all of your server backups in the central management dashboard, which we'll talk about again in just a minute. But your dashboard is where you're going to manage and monitor all of your backup accounts. It's important to note that we do offer transactionally consistent backups as opposed to crash consistent backups. And our bare metal backup and recovery is going to let you offer your customers a very low RTO and RPO with those bare metal image backups. Now, By RTO and RPO, I mean recovery time objective and recovery point objective, which is going to be very essential for your customers in the event of any disaster when recovery is needed. So Infrascale, while we do cover complete cloud server backup, we also cover secure file sharing, sync, and collaboration. So with our File Locker file sharing and collaboration tool through Infrascale, you're going to have document collaboration with any of your customers' employees. They'll be able to share files and sync folders from their desktop to the cloud. They can sync as many folders or files as needed, and everything that they sync from their desktop is going to go directly to the cloud. You can also preview, edit, and share documents in the cloud in real time. FileLocker also offers a SharePoint integration, and we'll talk a bit more about the features and functionality as we go through the presentation. Now, our newest offering is NGuard. So NGuard is an endpoint data protection and device management tool. It has features like intelligent mass deployment, advanced analytics, device geo-tracking, and also a remote wipe. So what does this mean for you as a service provider? Well, with NGuard, you have an easy-to-manage and easy-to-use solution that combines mobile device management with endpoint cloud backup. So in other words, it's a tool that really allows your customers to safely embrace BYOD. So why should we care about endpoint backup to the cloud? Well, it's important because there's more business data on endpoints than there is on servers. Up to 65% of critical business data is sitting on endpoints, meaning laptops, tablets, and mobile phones. Let me correct that, 60% here, which you can clearly see on your screen. So endpoints are devices that are used to create data, yet they're by nature the most fragile. They can be stolen, they can be broken, they can be lost very easily. And here's some more statistics and information on what's driving that trend. So the official embrace of BYOD is leading to more proliferation of devices in corporate environments. So whereas data protection used to be relatively simple, it's changed in past years. And leaving endpoints exposed simply isn't an option. If you do that, essentially your customers are still at risk. You, as their service provider, are responsible for that data. So in essence, you're not really doing your job properly if you're not putting a backup solution in place that's designed to handle endpoints. So to support endpoints properly, you need to provide a solution built to support it, a native cloud solution, which Infrascale was born to do. Are there any questions so far? All right, no questions that I've seen come through yet. So let's move on to Infrascale's technology and hosting options. So what can you do with this technology when you use this all together? When you work with Infrascale, you can opt to have data come to the Infrascale cloud. Also, you can deploy it on your own cloud if you have your own data center or racks in a co-location facility and want to run software on your own infrastructure. Or you can buy our software and deploy it through third-party infrastructure such as Microsoft Azure or Amazon Web Services. At the heart of it all, as you see here on your screen, is the Infrascale dashboard. That's where you can manage all of your downstream customers and drive your business, all from one pane of glass that will give you management and visibility on your entire business. So we'll actually get into the dashboard, and you'll see that in just a minute. Before we get into the dashboard, let's take a look at Infrascale data centers, encryption, and security. So if you see this map on your screen here, this is the location of each of our data centers and offices throughout the world. So we have 12 global points of presence across 5 continents. And we back up data to U.S. military-grade data centers in London, Toronto, Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, Louisville, Johannesburg, and Melbourne. So those of you joining us today from Australia and New Zealand, we do have an office in Sydney, and we have this data center in Melbourne. Now, it's going to be important for your customers to know where their data is going. And for you, as their service provider, it's important to be able to choose where you host your customer data. That's the reason that we offer these 12 global points of presence, and you're able to select the Melbourne data center if that's what you choose, depending on your location. Now, I know some of you may be joining us from other locations as well, but I would like to point that out for you in Australia and New Zealand in that region. Now, we do also have Tier 3 and Tier 4 U.S. military-grade data centers. What I mean by Tier 3 and Tier 4 is simply the features of those data centers are the highest level of security available. All of our data centers are secured with 24/7 watch, that's 365 days a year as well, video surveillance, biometric credential requirements, backup generators, temperature and humidity controls, and other features that offer the highest level of security available. Now looking at the encryption system, Infrascale uses a double-blind encryption system, and this is the ultimate in security. Similar tools may use, they may take raw files and send them to the cloud. So they're simply encrypting them in the cloud. So they're just using a single layer of encryption. So the problem with this is that that data is still easily accessible with this one single layer of encryption. Infrascale's ultra-safe option is NSA certified for top secret government data. So this military-grade encryption encrypts data in transit, at rest to the data center, but beforehand also locally. So your data is private, that only you and the authorized users of that data can get access to it. Let's take a look at the Infrascale Cloud Platform and what we can offer to our partners. So with the Infrascale partnership, you're able to access the Infrascale platform with everything you need. Cloud Backup Application Suite, which is going to give you secure backup. Centralized Management Dashboard, which is going to give you reporting, monitoring, and management, as well as deployment functionality. You're going to have partner rebranding, which essentially, since our solution is a completely white label solution, you can rebrand the solution to your own brand for all of your customers. So you have complete rebranding options within your dashboard. You simply input your information, your logos, etc., and it's all very simple and quick. You also have Partner Pro support. So we have a US-based support system. We provide you with unlimited training and tech support, and we offer support 7 days per week. You can call into our support team. You can also chat online with a support representative, or you can submit a ticket. You'll also have access to our Partner Success Program. So our Partner Success Program is going to provide you with marketing tools and sales tools as well. You have a dedicated account manager, and we provide you with training. Now, we do this in several ways. First of all, you have sales and marketing tools provided to you through our Partner Resource Center, which I'll be able to show you in the dashboard. You also have sales and marketing training webinars. We have a technical training to get you up and running very quickly, and then we have sales and marketing trainings to help you sell your business better. We provide you with all kinds of tips and tricks that we have to be able to get you creating downstream revenue for your business as quickly as possible. You'll also be starting with 1 terabyte of cloud storage space, so that's included with the Infrascale platform. So in a nutshell, what does Infrascale offer to you? Well, data protection used to be very simple, but the cost of storage is decreasing slowly. And now because of BYOD, there are few solutions out there on the market that are designed to protect all of these endpoints and have them centrally managed. So we're trying to simplify data protection, remove complexity, put everything in the cloud. We're also doing this securely. And then by giving you one central dashboard to manage everything, you have an overview of all of your downstream customers. I'll show you the dashboard in just a minute so you get a really clear view of what that will look like. With Infrascale as well, people often think that MDM, or mobile device management, is a completely separate category, but we've actually built MDM into our NGuard product with Infrascale. So that gives you both endpoint backup and device management. Whereas you generally have to buy an MDM product separately, we've built a lot of those features into NGuard's product. So let's take a quick look at the dashboard here. So here's the Infrascale dashboard. Again, we're giving you a solution that's easy to use, that enables productivity. Companies can safely embrace BYOD, also back up, yet at the same time do things like remotely wipe a device. So this is the tool that we're giving our partners to manage their business. It provides you with usage and activity alerts, and really dramatically simplifies management of large numbers of downstream customers. With the alerts, you really quickly get a snapshot of which customers need attention and why. Again, you can host the solution on the Infrascale cloud, our public cloud, or a private cloud as well. A note that you see here along the right. But let's get into the dashboard and take a look at it live as well. So this is a look at the NGuard piece of the dashboard. So many individuals use more than one device, using a laptop and a smartphone or a tablet. So NGuard will manage per device, and we've built in consistent real-time control of these devices through the management console. And here's a look at the Analytics tab. Now, because your dashboard's in the cloud, you can log into it from anywhere and use it anytime. You can get detailed device information, you can run a backup, or remotely wipe a device. You can geolocate. As we build it out, we're also building in features like geofencing. So here's where we've integrated remote wipe and geolocate. You get real-time control, and this is where you'll see all of the notifications. You have a very simple red, yellow, or green, and you have actions that you can perform here if you want to get device info, wipe a device, or locate. Here's a look at the device map where you can clearly see where each of the devices are being used, and this will be available to you directly in your dashboard in one quick overview. Now, you also have a mass deployment wizard. So the biggest problem with deployment is really getting it installed on all devices. So what we set out to do is build an intelligent deployment wizard. You can go into Active Directory and simply drag an MSI into group policy to get your mass deployment started. You can set policies, which you'll see here. Assigning a policy name, file types, scheduling, etc. And this is all available right within your dashboard. So you select the type of files, you set the schedule, you assign any frequency, and you really control all of the policies and can overwrite a customer's policies if need be. And now here's a quick look at the user recovery, as it's a very simple and easy process. You have task delegation available, so that's going to allow the admin user to give certain users access for recovery and share. You also have a user transparent option, so the deployment and the operation of the entire system means it runs silently, and users won't even need to be aware that it's running. You have complete control over those settings. So I'd like to jump into the dashboard and give you a quick live view. But before we do that, I did want to let everyone know that you are able to start a free trial today if you'd like to jump into the dashboard and start backing up your customers' data, protecting their endpoints, as well as offering them file sharing collaboration. So you are able to get started with a free trial today. Please do type into the question tool. Let me know if you'd like to get started with a free trial today. And I'll jump into the dashboard and give you a quick live view. Now, as we do, I mentioned we have Q&A at the end of the webinar, and a question came up that I'd like to answer for everyone. Let's see, so Brett asked, only question so far is the idea of actually editing documents in the cloud compared to endpoint devices. Okay, so Brett's question on editing documents in the cloud refers to our Infrascale file locker product. So you are able to edit a document in the cloud and send comments as well. For example, we have 3 uses that you'd be able to make as well of our file locker product. So you have a web application where you're able to access all of your files and folders online through our web application. You also have mobile device access, so you can download our app and you'll be able to pull up any files and folders from any tablet, iPhone, Android, or mobile device or smartphone. And then you're able to sync any files and folders from your desktop into the cloud. So these are the 3 main ways that you'd be using File Locker for file sharing and collaboration. And if you wanted to edit a document in the cloud, what I mean by that is you simply open the document from your File Locker account. You can make any changes there, and you simply save those changes. It all happens in the cloud, meaning I could even do it from my smartphone without needing to open any applications. I simply do it all within File Locker. Does that answer your question, or was there a more specific question than that that I could answer for you, Brett? And and Brett says yes, thanks. And I can show you a quick view of that. Let me quickly ask for participation from everyone. Would you like to see more of the file sharing collaboration tool, or would you like to see more of the Infrascale dashboard? And I see both. So let me try to do both in the next few minutes here. Again, I do want to be respecting of everyone's time today. So what I'll do is cover the dashboard here, and then I'll go into the file sharing platform for those of you who could stay just a few minutes afterward and would like to see that as well. So when you first log into the dashboard, you'll see a number of videos for training. Very short videos, each about 3 minutes long. First, you have a getting started to show you everything in the partner dashboard that you would need to know. We have a management intro for all of your accounts. We also have a branding and messaging settings video. So I did mention that it is a completely white label solution. This is where you'll learn how to rebrand your solution. Now when you first get into the dashboard, you'll see that you can manage all of your companies and backup accounts here, as well as all of your devices and policies. You have monitoring that's going to show you all of the events. Again, the green, yellow, and red events will let you know who you need to pay some attention to in your dashboard there, which accounts need some attention. You also have a tab for reporting, so it gives you a history of the last 30 days, and you'll see that we have videos in each of these sections to give you quick overviews and training for everything as well. In your settings, you have your rebrand settings, client messaging as well. You have monitoring settings, etc. Now, within the help, you're going to have access to the support section. Now, I did mention we offer support 7 days per week. We have a partner resource center, which is going to give you sales and marketing materials. We also have a backup knowledge base and file sharing knowledge base so that you can access any articles that you need in our knowledge bases there. Now, within the tools, you're going to have device protection. You're going to be able to build your MSI, manage companies, create backup accounts, and you'll have your rebranding settings here as well as monitoring. And all of your tools are available for you quickly and easily in this area here. You also get a view of any backup account usage. So you can see all the backup space that you have allocated and all of the file locker seats that you have allocated. So the usage is all going to be within this section of your dashboard. Now, when you are looking at any of your accounts here, you can see the NGuard enabled accounts. So any of your NGuard enabled accounts are those that are going to bring you to the NGuard dashboard, which we saw just now in the presentation. So you have information here on each of those NGuard enabled accounts where you're going to see usage stats as well as backup activity, and you're going to get graphs that you can share with your partners if need be. So this is where you're going to have access to your device map, analytics, data loss prevention, and device management. And this is all live real time. So this is what's going on in our demo account here. All right. Are there any questions so far on anything that we've seen in the dashboard? In a quiet group, I do want to be sure to answer any questions that may come up. So I'll give everyone just a moment to ask any questions that may come up before we go ahead and move into the File Locker file sharing platform. As I know that a few of you did ask questions on that, and you were interested in seeing more on the file sharing and collaboration platform. So I'm not seeing any questions come up just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and log us into File Locker so that you're able to take a look at that as well. Brett now asks, show file types that are backed up, which included some included a custom option. Can you set it for all files? Brett, I may ask you to be more specific. I think that what you're asking is, can you select the file types that are backed up? And the answer is yes, you can. You can select any types of files, and I believe what you're referring to is this screen here, where the file types selected are documents, images, music, videos, and custom. So you could include specific file types in this section here. Is this what you're asking? And Brett says, that's right. Can you select all files? Yes, you simply select all files and the backups will run and the protection will run in just the same way. So what we're going to do now is give you a look at the file sharing platform. So I'm simply going to log in here. Get the right password in there. So with the FileLocker file sharing tool, as I mentioned, you have access to sync as many files and folders from your desktop to the cloud, as well as mobile access and web access. So this is the web access here. So generally when you come into FileLocker, you'll see here are all of the folders that are being shared. Some are individual folders that I have, or this demo account has. Others are shown that they're shared by this green here. So if I wanted to share this folder, I could simply use the drop-down. I have options to open this folder, invite collaborators, or share. So if I had all of these folders synced from my desktop, I would be able to invite collaborators and share this folder in that way. This all happens in the cloud, so if I wanted to edit a document, I could simply come into the folder. Let's see what's in this folder here. Make any applicable edits and save it in the cloud. So again, if I were opening this through a smartphone, a tablet, or any other device, you'd be able to do so without needing to open, for example, Word or PowerPoint or Excel. So this is extremely helpful, especially for those who are needing to collaborate and share files on the go. It works from anywhere in the world and provides an option for employees working remotely or perhaps on the go. So I haven't put any files yet into this folder. I'll simply go back to all my files. Let me take a look if I've put any files into this folder. So I'm having a hard time finding a folder here that I've put files into. Unfortunately, this is a demo account, not my own personal account. But what I'll be able to do is show how you're able to invite collaborators to any of these folders. So you simply just select which folder you'd like to share. You can invite a collaborator with viewing only access or viewing plus editing access. You can see here that viewing is going to allow access to the viewer to make comments on a file, and it will give them, it's not a one-time share, it will give them a viewing opportunity for that file anytime that they log in. Whereas, if you give viewing plus editing, it's going to allow full collaboration. So that user is going to be able to comment, edit, download, and upload new files, and also upload new versions of the file. In the description here, you can add some more information that you'd like to share, and then you simply click Invite Collaborator. Now, if you simply wanted to send a file or folder, you have that option as well. So your sharing option here is to simply copy and paste this link or click here to send it, depending on if you want to include more information to that person. You have advanced sharing options as well when you send a file or folder. So here you'd simply type in the information that you wanted to share with them, and the link would be sent directly. Either copy and paste or send to FileLocker. It also eliminates the need for large file sharing via email, which often, as we know, does not go through. Now that was a very quick look at both Infrascale and the dashboard and FileLocker for file sharing and collaboration. I do want to, again, offer the free trial for everyone to have an option to try Infrascale for free with the trial. You can visit us at infrascale.com. You can also just use the question tool to let me know that you'd like a free trial, and I'll have you set up with that today. So I will stay here if anyone else has additional questions that didn't come up. I will stay to answer those for you. But thank you so much for joining us today, and look forward to our future partnership.